Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving into something that's absolutely blowing up on Reddit and Quora right now: kitchen remodels for 2026. We analysed hundreds of discussions from communities like r/kitchen remodel, r/home improvement, and r/homeowners. And wow, the questions people are asking reveal a lot.
And the number one question, by far, is what's a realistic budget? People are getting quotes and just freaking out. We're seeing homeowners on Reddit reporting estimates that range from $20,000 to over $80,000 for the exact same mid-sized kitchen.
That's wild. And the data shows three distinct budget tiers: cosmetic refreshes, painting cabinets, new countertops, updated fixtures, run about $10,000 to $25,000. Mid-range full remodels hit $30,000 to $70,000, and high-end renovations start at $80,000 and go way up.
Here's the kicker, though. Multiple discussions on Reddit emphasize that labor costs comprise 50% or more of the total budget. That's what shocks people. They think they're paying for materials, but half of it is installation.
Right? And then there's the ROI question. This is where things get sobering. According to discussions on r/real estate and r/home improvement, typical kitchen renovations return only 50 to 60 cents on the dollar. So that $75,000 renovation, it might only add $37,500 to $45,000 to your home value.
Ouch. So people should really be renovating for themselves, not for resale. Exactly what the experienced renovators say. Unless your kitchen is literally falling apart, you're not making money on this. Now, let's talk materials, because this is where people get paralyzed by choices.
Countertops, the eternal debate. Quartz is dominating the recommendations on Reddit. People love it because it's non-porous, stain-resistant, and requires almost zero maintenance. But it's only heat-resistant up to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, so you can't just throw hot pans on it.
Granite's still popular for people who want natural stone and better heat resistance. And here's something interesting. Leathered granite finishes are getting a lot of attention in 2026 discussions for combining beauty with practical stain resistance.
What about flooring? Because that's another huge question.
Luxury vinyl plank is absolutely dominating DIY recommendations. It's water-resistant, durable, and forgiving on uneven subfloors, which matters a lot for older homes. Porcelain tile is still the gold standard for water resistance and longevity, but the installation complexity scares DIYers.
And surprisingly, we're seeing hardwood making a comeback in kitchens. People who've had it for 5+ years report they're happy with it, saying modern finishes provide adequate protection if you wipe up spills quickly.
Let's shift to layout questions because the open concept debate is fierce right now.
Oh, this one gets passionate. People are split down the middle. Pro-open concept folks love the social connectivity, especially in smaller homes under 1,500 square feet. But the anti-open camp, particularly serious home cooks, say even powerful ventilation can't stop cooking odors from permeating the entire living space.
One Reddit user put it perfectly. If you're even somewhat serious about your cooking, the whole concept is a fail. They're talking about fish, spices, fried foods, all of it just spreading everywhere.
Island sizing is another massive question. The minimum functional size people recommend is 18 by 48 inches, but 24 by 60 inches is more practical. And clearance matters. You need 42 to 48 inches on all sides, or at minimum 36 inches.
Here's a practical concern that doesn't get enough attention: timeline. People think 6 to 8 weeks is realistic for a full gut renovation. Reality check from Reddit. It's actually 8 to 12 weeks for standard renovations, and 3 to 6 months if you're doing structural changes or custom cabinets.
and living without your kitchen during that time. People recommend setting up temporary kitchens with microwaves, mini fridges, instant pots, and toaster ovens. Washing dishes in the bathroom? Multiple people describe it as awful and frustrating.
Let's talk regrets, because this is valuable. The most common cabinet regret? Choosing appearance over functionality. Beautiful cabinets with cheap hardware that break down. Also, not enough drawer space, and leaving gaps above cabinets that just collect grease.
Appliance regrets are huge too. Over-the-range microwaves are universally described as the worst. Splatter issues, poor ventilation, safety concerns. People hate them.
And here's the trend forecast for 2026. All-white kitchens are trending out. People are calling them bland and clinical. Two-tone cabinets with excessive contrast might date quickly. What's trending in? Warm wood tones mixed with white, natural materials like soapstone and leather finish granite, and integrated appliances.
One more critical point, the work triangle concept. That traditional rule about positioning your fridge, sink, and cooktop in a triangle, people are questioning whether it's still relevant. Designers responding on Reddit suggest replacing it with work zones instead, especially for two-cook households.
Because the triangle assumes one person cooking, and it creates constant collisions when couples cook together.
Last thing, permits. This confuses everyone. Generally, cosmetic changes don't need permits, cabinet replacement, countertops, flooring. But electrical modifications, plumbing changes, and structural work almost always do. And here's the warning, don't trust contractors who say you don't need permits. Call your local building department directly.
Great advice. So, bottom line for 2026 renovations. Budget realistically with 30 to 50% extra for surprises. Choose materials that match your cooking style, not Instagram, and plan for longer timelines than contractors promise.
And renovate for yourself, not for resale. That's the consistent advice from people who've been through it.
All the sources for today's discussion are in the show notes, drawn from r/kitchen remodel, r/home improvement, r/homeowners, and Quora discussions from 2024 through 2026. Thanks for listening.